Hi, welcome, fellow human, to the Human Sanctuary. My name is Tara, and I've just felt like I needed to make a video right now. I've been feeling really anxious and out of place, and there's been this huge shift in life. I think for the beginning bit of the year, it was just cleansing and figuring things out, organizing, understanding. It was a constant work, as if life was a job, and it had to be, so that I can get to a place within myself where I felt mentally capable again, or even strong enough to even be willing to receive something new, something that felt right. And I think a lot of people have been going through that a lot. And it's been tough. It's been tough. It's been hard seeing everything you've ever known and just not identify with it, feeling as though you landed in a life based on your patterns, and feeling like you kind of want to be in a world of your own that isn't based on your patterns but based on conscious choices. You know, having a life that feels like you intended for it. And it's not about taking control, it's not about forcing or perfecting. It's simply about feeling like the results that you desire, the results that you receive, is that of which you actually want and intended for. And I mean, it takes a lot. It takes a lot to shed and remove everything, that you don't relate to, that you don't resonate with, in order to make space and to find out what you do actually fucking want at the end of the day. And I'm at a place now where I feel like I can handle the capacity for more. That more is what I want. And it's not from a place of ungratefulness. I mean, I'm extremely grateful for where I am now. It's not an element of need or desperation, although sometimes it can feel quite like unsatisfying in some way. And I often feel guilty about that if I don't feel constantly like, this is perfect, then I'm ungrateful for my life. But that's not the case. The case is that it's okay to think highly of yourself, and it's okay to want more for yourself. It's this inner child thing of the imagination, and then this adult thing of what can I do about it. And I guess that's why we put in the work, and why many people have, stepped away from a life that doesn't align with them, is because that inner self wanted more. I guess I've been feeling kind of weird, like I'm waiting for something, and the patience has been tested. I feel like I have got a very professional hat on for patience, me. But just where I've been these last 2 weeks, there's this expanding feeling happening within me, an internal feeling of like, I just want to stretch. I want to stretch. And I want life to stretch with me. But because of the insane work of actually shedding, it's this feeling of caution and discernment and this desire for clarity of what it is we want now. You know, you kind of don't want to have to choose a life now that you have the capacity to move in new directions that won't align. And there's this almost human pressure of make the right choice, make the right choice. What's the right choice? What if I don't think about it and I make the wrong choice, and then after the wrong choice I realize, oh my gosh, there's that choice. But it comes down to the present and being present again with the fact that any choice I make right now will be the right one because it will be made from me now. And it comes down to, I believe, faith and trust in the fact that the work that I've done and have now kind of rested, that I'm now at a place where I can make decisions out of curiosity, excitement, clarity, by following the intuition and this inner compass that, you know, you've been cleaning and nurturing and taking care of, and it's this inner world that now feels like it can carry the abundance that it desires. Sometimes wanting more feels like it sometimes feels like a failure to me. That the fact that I want more or new, or I change my mind, or I redirect, I sometimes feel like I'm meddling with this higher path. But then I remind myself that we are humans and we are creatures of action. We are creatures of contemplation and action. And when action is not taken inspired by the clarity we have been cultivating, it can feel a little bit stuck. And I'm not saying to find something you want and just go for it and be reckless and all those things. And sometimes it calls for that. Sometimes it does call to be a little bit reckless because it makes you feel alive. You tap into this energy of capability, you know, and then you find out results, and it's this quick-paced thing, and it's quite stimulating if you've had a, you know, busy nervous system in the past. But now from this kind of quiet, patient nervous system, it's nice to be able to take the time on what is next, but to also not overthink it. Anyways, so this anxious feeling, I could also say, is excitement. And it's also like ants in my pants. Like something's about to happen. Like something's about to happen. I have this feeling. And it's been very hard to direct and dissect. And it's been interesting trying to figure it out. But based on tools that I've, you know, cultivated throughout this whole process of shedding and redirecting, I'm not really trying to figure out what this means. I just have this feeling to take a step. To take a step towards the positive, to make positive changes to the actions that I desire. and that's what I've been feeling called to share right now, is that sometimes the work stops. Sometimes when you have done the inner work extensively, perfectly, I'm getting emotional, that there comes a time when you need to stop working. It's time to stop working and slow down, take a breath. And what I like to do is I say, what do I want now? And it will just, you will feel it. Allow yourself to feel this answer come. And sometimes it can feel way too big. Like, whoa, that's huge. That's way too big. I haven't done that before. That's a complete 180. It's a completely new direction that thought is taking me in. But then there's this feeling of like, do it. Do it. We only live once. As scary as it is, we're going to be dead one day. One day far away. Right now isn't about perfect. It's about trusting the inner work that you've done and coming to a quiet and calm decision of, I want to take action and have faith in where this could lead. That maybe this one choice is going to take me on a path that was always intended for my tapestry. We're all being woven, and within a tapestry you get redirected. There's an intention and it could get redirected. But inevitably, at the very end, it is supposed to happen. Don't make choices out of fear. I think fear is so innate when it comes to change and new and, I mean, we're human beings. Fear is daily, and so is love, so is joy, and so is sadness and anger, and emotions are daily. It's not a state that can maintain for weeks. It's a daily adventure. What maintains for weeks is the growth of the seeds that we plant. No matter how you're feeling, as long as you're watering that plant, you could one day sit sad underneath the most amazing oak tree, or happy under these amazing oak tree. But if you didn't plant that seed, you would just be sitting in an open field, feeling what you're feeling. So this anxious, ants in my pants, excitement feeling, I felt called to share that maybe it's time to take a breath. What do I want? And to hear it clearly. You don't have to force it. You don't have to rip your whole life apart now. But you can slowly plant seeds in place to one day maybe get you there. And to have faith that even if you don't get exactly where you think you've now decided to go, inevitably you are moving. It's time to move. It's time to trust the work that we've done. Stop working and move. I hope that resonates. Yeah. I love you. And have a good day.